How are you doing, awesome fellas? Still with me, Faye, and we're going to tackle a hot topic in the sim racing world, Assetto Corsa Evo. There's a lot of excitement. The buzz is real, but let's be honest, I've been around the track with Assetto Corsa for quite a while, so I'm not easily swayed by shiny new trailers and fancy features. Don't get me wrong, AC Evo is definitely packing some cool new features under the hood. But if you've been rolling with mods in the current Assetto Corsa, you might catch yourself thinking, haven't I seen this before? And before we all get swept up in the hype, I've got some thoughts I want to share about what we might expect and whether this new chapter in the Assetto Corsa series is worth keeping an eye on, and why I'm hitting the brakes on pre-ordering for now. So let's talk about the buzz surrounding Assetto Corsa Evo. If you've seen the trailers, you know there's a ton of excitement in the air. The promise of improved graphics, open-world driving, and dynamic weather systems has everyone talking. I mean, who doesn't want to race through a stunning landscape while the rain pours down and the sun sets in the background? It sounds incredible. But here's the kicker. A lot of these features, while shiny and new, are things that many of us have already been enjoying in the current Assetto Corsa thanks to mods. I mean, just with tools like Content Manager and its custom shaders patch settings, you can unlock additional gameplay, enhanced realism, improved physics, and a whole new level of experience. The modding community has truly transformed Assetto Corsa into a jaw-dropping spectacle. So, as exciting as the new features in AC Evo sound, it's worth remembering that for those of us who've been around the block with AC, it's kind of like opening a new ice cream shop down the street while you've already got a freezer full of your favorite flavors. Sure, it's cool to have more options, but are we really getting something that we can't already whip up? Make no mistake, I'm all for progress and evolution in sim racing, but I can't help but feel a little cautious. It's like being offered a shiny new toy that you've already got, but just in a different color. So as we dig deeper into what AC Evo has to offer, let's keep that in mind. Now let me share my personal take on all this hype. While I can appreciate the excitement surrounding Assetto Corsa Evo, I can't help but approach it with a bit of skepticism. After all, I've been around the racing scene long enough to know that flashy trailers can sometimes promise more than they deliver. When I look at the features being touted, like the open world driving and dynamic weather systems, I think about how much effort the modding community has put into creating similar experiences in the current Assetto Corsa. It's impressive how modders have taken a game and continuously breathed new life into it, making it adaptable and fresh even after all these years. The original Assetto Corsa has been around for over a decade, and the reason it's still so beloved isn't just the gameplay, it's the modding. The sheer power of the modding community has made AC more than just a sim racing game. It's become a creative platform. You've got people building their dream cars, tweaking physics, improving visuals, and experimenting with many aspects of the game that keep the experience fresh. The big question is, will AC Evo allow for that same level of freedom and creativity? Right now, we don't know. If AC Evo gives us that same flexibility and freedom to mod, it could be an exciting evolution. But if it's more locked down, then the original Assetto Corsa will likely remain the go-to platform for anyone wanting to experiment and customize their sim racing experience. To be fair, if AC Evo restricts the level of modding, I'd still be sticking with AC, at least until Evo eventually offers that same freedom of creativity for its users to mod, just like the original Assetto Corsa. The tools we have now with Content Manager and CSP, which let you customize everything from visuals to gameplay mechanics, are already so powerful, it's hard to imagine a world where we give that up for something more limited. When it comes to pre-ordering games, I've developed a habit of holding off. Some games with pre-orders have delivered less than what was promised in their flashy teasers or promotions, leaving players disappointed at launch, while others, in fairness, did manage to turn things around later with updates and patches. I'm taking that same cautious approach with Evo. I've been gaming long enough to know that sometimes it's better to wait and see how a game actually performs once it's in players' hands. Hype is one thing, but gameplay is another. I'm all for trying out new features, but I prefer to wait until the dust settles before committing. Of course, I'm still excited to see what Evo brings to the table. I'll definitely give it a go once it's released, but for now, I'll stick with the original AC. With all the tools and customization options we have, it's hard to imagine moving away from that unless Evo truly offers something groundbreaking. The truth is, Assetto Corsa has built something special, a game that has evolved well beyond its initial release thanks to the support of a dedicated community. And honestly, this is a big part of why I'm not so easily impressed with the latest AC Evo trailer. When you've already experienced what these mods can do, it's hard to be blown away by something that looks like it's playing catch-up. What makes this even more impressive is how accessible these mods are. Whether you're running a high-end rig or something more modest, the modding community has created solutions for just about everyone. There's a real for the community, by the community spirit, and it's kept Assetto Corsa alive and thriving far longer than anyone could have expected. Even if Evo turns out to be fantastic, I don't see the original game fading away anytime soon. There's too much love, too much creativity, and too many possibilities still being explored. Assetto Corsa has reached a point where it's not just about racing anymore, it's a sandbox for creativity. If Evo can match that level of accessibility, flexibility, freedom, and of course fun, then we could be in for something great. But either way, Assetto Corsa isn't going anywhere. It will remain the ultimate platform for creativity and sim racing passion. All right, awesome fellas, I've shared my thoughts on Assetto Corsa Evo and what it means for the community. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, it really helps the channel out, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm always up for a good discussion with fellow sim racers. Also, if you want to stay in the loop on future content, check out the community tab for updates. And if you'd like to support the channel, head over to my Patreon. It's free to follow, and any support is much appreciated. You'll find all sorts of tutorials and mods there, along with early access to upcoming videos. So keep your car cool, keep those mods rolling, and stay awesome.